Hey everybody, Strider's back with another pre-game stats breakdown. So starting off on the red team, we have a Nunu, Graves, Jace, Anivia, and Taric versus the blue team, who has Ezreal, Evelynn, Teemo, Yorick, and Janna. So this should be a very interesting game, because I haven't seen an AP Teemo or an Evelynn in quite some time. So starting right off in top lane, we're going to have Jace versus Yorick. Now Jace mains jungler while Yorick mains top, so that's going to give Yorick a little bit of an advantage. But then again, Yorick has only been played by this person, well, not only, but he's been played by this person 164 times with a 39% win ratio, which is really, really low. It makes me a little worried. Jace has been played by this person, 30 times with a 46% win ratio, which is also pretty low, but also not a lot of experience with the champion or in that particular lane. I think I'm going to go ahead and give top lane to the Yorick. I think that's the best chance, to be honest, even though Jace is extremely powerful. But then if we take a look at mid lane, we're going to have Anivia versus Teemo. So Teemo mains caster while Anivia mains jungle. This is going to give Teemo a pretty big advantage. Anivia's been played by this person 2 times and only won 1, lost 1. Not really too much to gain or lose there, but Teemo has been played by this person 51 times with a 41% win ratio. It's hard to say, but overall I think since Teemo has more experience with the champion and the lane, I'm going to have to give it to the blue team. Then if we take a look at the junglers, it's going to be Nunu versus Evelynn. Now Nunu's a very strong counter jungler, and Evelynn is... I don't really know what she is yet, but Nunu mains jungle while Evelynn mains AD carry. This is going to give Nunu a huge advantage, especially when playing somebody that's a little bit more of a prominent champion than Evelynn is. He only has 11 games played with Nunu, but won 63% of them, so it's not too bad. Evelynn's been played by this person twice, 1 lost and lost 1. So overall, I think I'm going to have to give the jungle to the red team just because he mains jungle and he's playing Nunu. Then if we take a look at the bot lane, last but not least, we're going to have Graves and Taric versus Ezreal and Janna. So Graves mains caster and so does Ezreal. That makes it a little interesting. But Graves has been played by this person a little bit over 50 times with a 62% win ratio, when Ezreal's been played by this person only 11 times with a 36% win ratio. So going strictly off AD carries, I think Graves is definitely going to come up on top of that, no problem, hands down. And then if we take a look at the supports, it's going to be Taric versus Janna. Now Taric mains support while Janna mains caster. This is a pretty big difference in lanes, but since Taric has been played by this person almost 150 times with a 59% win ratio, and Janna's only been played by this person 42 times with a 47% win ratio, I'm definitely going to have to give bottom lane to the red team. So overall, if you add everyone's wins and losses up together, the red team has a 58.51% chance of winning, and the blue team has a 40.74% chance of winning, which is actually the lowest I've ever seen. I don't think I've really ever seen anything that's below 50%, which is really, really bad for the blue team. But so I'm definitely going to side with the stats on this particular game and go with the red team. I think they'll definitely come out on top. So let's go ahead and jump in the game and see what we can find out. Hey everybody, Strider's back with another daily high ELO casting. Today should be an extremely interesting day. I like this Evelynn. I like this guy's mindset, that's for sure. Want to see more Evelynn and Teemo on the same team. Wow, okay, and an inverted composer is not connected yet. Hopefully he's singed. I doubt it. Well, he's playing Yorick. Okay, so he could have played Singed, but he ended up going Yorick. His Yorick's still really good, so it should be interesting, but going up against a Jace, I don't know how well he's gonna be able to do. Jace is so good in lane. Yorick is still really powerful, but Jace is super, super good. Anivia versus AP Teemo might be a little dangerous for the Teemo. Teemo is kind of fast, so he's going to be able to dodge those Flash Frosts pretty easily. But if you have Nunu coming in with that Ice Blast is going to slow him down quite a bit. So they have a nice little Team Frost thing going on the red team. But Evelynn puts a whole new dynamic in the game. You're going to have to be extremely passive unless you really want to risk getting killed by a gank from Evelynn. Evelynn's super, super, just like creepy. She's not even stealthy. She's just creepy. Like, just don't see her until it's not even like it's too late. It's just it forces people to panic, and then once you start panicking, you make stupid mistakes usually, and that's kind of the point that people are at. So hopefully, no stupid mistakes are made, and we can see what we can see what the red team can pull off in this particular situation. But I would like to see the blue team win just because of that combo that they have there with Yorick, Teemo, Evelynn, Ezreal. I don't even know why Yorick was a good pick. I have no idea who he's going to use that on. I guess Ezreal, but yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. Alright. So now that we're finally here in the game, we're going to see if we can skip past all this boring stuff, right? No, I'm just kidding. The beginning can be where dreams are made or where nightmares happen. It kind of just depends. And it looks like nightmares happened as Inverted Composer does disconnect from the game. That is not going to be good for their team whatsoever. But the blue team is kind of setting up. It looks like he did actually reconnect. Blue team is going to play a little bit passive right now. Nunu's going really aggressive into this bush. Might be waiting for Evelynn to come around just so he can spot her out. She doesn't really have an actual stealth mechanic now. She just has like how she used to be a mobile ward. Now she's like a mobile reverse ward, to where you can't see her unless you're within that little tiny ward circle. But now, yeah, I don't know how well she's going to do in the jungle. I'm assuming she's okay. She does have quite a bit of AoE with that hate spike and all that other goodness. Nunu looks like he's just going to go ahead and steal this Wraith and then go straight to blue, which would be very beneficial for him and kind of kick Evelynn in the balls. So let's hope that Evelynn's going to be able to recover from this and possibly pick up our first blood. That would be awesome to see. I would love to see Evelynn get first blood. That would be just absolutely phenomenal. So let us see. Okay, so Ezreal and Janna are going to be taking those early golems, and that's a huge advantage of being on the blue team and going bottom lane as a duo queue, or as a duo like AD support. Being able to get those golems puts you extremely far ahead, because as you can see, like, none of these minions have died, so they're up a big golem and a little golem, and they haven't got to lane yet. I mean, look, he's almost at half level already. She's not as close, but he's still like half level when he's pretty much at nothing. And so he's going to get up to level 2, but Janna going back, I'm not sure I agree with that. But then again, Yorick is a miss. So Yorick being AFK is definitely not going to be good for this game. Hopefully he actually comes back in a reasonable amount of time, or this could be very dangerous for the entirety of the blue team. Oh, and as I say that, he comes back. Janna's finally back in bottom lane. Ezreal finally hits level 2, and he did hit level 2 after the Graves. And I don't know why Janna was taking so long, doing absolutely nothing, it seemed. That was very interesting. Interesting play by the Janna. I don't really know the logic behind that, so I can't give you any insight. Because usually the purpose of taking the 2 early golems is so you can hit level 2 really quickly. And then you can get it before the opposing team. Typically it's always the red team that's behind. And then you can go really aggressive because you'll have one extra ability that the other team will not have. And that is a huge strength to give. So currently Taric has Dazzle and Shatter. He doesn't have his heal quite yet, so he's not going to be able to give any additional health to that Graves whenever he gets low. Nunu is waiting for Evelynn, just waiting for her to come back in this push. She's level 3 and he's level 3. He has double buffs though. This could be really bad. She's going to get super low. And yes, that is going to be an Ice Blast, followed by the red buff auto attacks. And she's definitely going to go down. That is first blood for the Nunu. Unfortunately for the Eve. That is bad times. But now there are 3 members of the blue team, and Teemo going all by himself. That could be deadly. Okay, at least he knows he's going to recall. Or get back into mid lane, rather. And now, bottom lane Graves has red buff. That could be incredibly scary. Once he starts getting a little bit of a quick draw, buckshot, it's going to be super scary. Oh, now, he does have to flash out of the way. Great flash coming away. And now, oh man, that's going to be Ignite going down. Is it going to pick him up 4 health, 7 health? Yes, he will go down. Great job by Anivia cleaning that up with a Flash Ignite and Ice Spike. Wonderful job. Team had a really bad case of Frostbite. Aw, yeah, lol puns. I guess it wasn't really a pun. That was just like a play on words. I don't even know if it was play on words. Maybe it totally gives you Frostbite. I see that. That's legitimate. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, so we need to see what happened down here. This is a very interesting maneuver. I didn't see Eve ganking bottom so early on. Okay, so a great job by Eve, doing a ton of damage to this Taric, taking him down, and now she's going to go directly under this Graves. Graves is going to flash away. He does not want to lose his red buff, especially to the Eve, which they stole from, and that's going to be sweet, sweet revenge for that Eve. That is for sure. Now, in the meantime, everyone seems to be farming pretty happily right now. But it looks like Yorick could get forced out of this lane, which would definitely not be good for him at all. It's never good if you get shoved out of your lane, of course. But Yorick is about 14 CS behind, which is relatively understandable. Uh-oh. Nunu is coming in for a gank. He is going to get the Ice Blast down onto him. He doesn't have his flash this time, and no, neither does Evelynn. Gets hit by the Flash Frost, stunning her in place even when she was invisible. Great job by Anivia, just being able to play that out really, really perfectly. But as I was saying, Yorick is down by like 15 CS, which is pretty much expected since he was AFK for a majority of that first part of the game. As far as jungle goes, Eve is up by 3, which is actually mildly surprising, although Nunu has first blood, so that's going to help him quite a bit. And then if you take a look at Teemo versus Anivia mid, Teemo's actually up by 5, which is pretty decent. I didn't actually expect that coming, but then again, once Anivia hits level 6, which she is now, it could be incredibly different. She's just going to farm like crazy. But, you know, bottom lane, Graves up by 10 CS now. I think a lot of that was from when Janna went back so early on in the game. I still don't understand the reasonings of why that happened, but I'm not going to harp on it any longer. Giving Graves that red buff is going to be a huge factor in that as well. And that is going to be a lot of harass coming out from Anivia, and now Nunu took the blue buff from the blue team. He's coming up. He's going to get a really nice Ice Blast onto that Yorick. Yorick's going to be really slowed. He's going to be closer to the enemy tower than he is his own. And another Ice Blast coming up, followed by that Shock Blast. He's able to get a flash through that wall. Is it still going to happen? Looks like Eve is here. And no, the Thundering Blow is going to do too much. And now she is initiated on by so many people. That Absolute Zero is doing so much damage. And that is going to be a double kill coming down for Jace. Wonderful play by the red team. It was a nice attempt by Eve. Teemo was not there in time. Either way, it was a really nice attempt by Eve and just wasn't quite what they wanted. Oh, the Ezreal coming through and actually stopping his recall. That Ice Blast is just going to prove to be way too much of a slow, especially once he has those boots of mobility. Absolutely huge. Great play by Nunu. And that acceleration gate is really just going to help him get out of there. It was really, really well thought out effort. Alright, so Graves is still doing a wonderful job at farming. He is at about 10 CS lead right now. AP mids are actually tied, but Teemo just went back, so Nivea can definitely pull it off. No, she is actually going to go back herself, and that's great timing. You want to just kind of push lane as much as you can, or if you can't, get it away from their tower. So make sure they can't zone you at their own tower, as long as they don't just like freeze the lane right around here. But it's kind of what it looks like it's doing. This cannon minion is just absolutely ripping apart, but he's getting destroyed by all those other minions. So it looks like red minions are going to be a little bit further ahead. Possibly. No, Teemo's coming in, and Anivia might be taking this blue buff. It looks like she will be, since Nunu still has his from those great kills that he's picked up earlier. Let's see if we can get over to live here. It looks like, oh my gosh, a great stun now coming out from Anivia. Anivia doing a ton of job. But in the meantime, Jace actually ends up killing Yorick. There's too much going on. Yorick getting absolutely destroyed by this Jace. There's nothing he can do. That Thundering Blow doing so much damage. And then the acceleration gate, the Shock Blast coming out. Yes, that is going to be it for him. In the meantime, wow, he actually did not take that much damage. With only 30 magic resist, I would think that Teemo would get a lot more damage done to him. But we'll see. It looks like Nunu might be setting up for another gank in here. Oh, just getting a great job being able to catch Nunu out. Is he going to go down from this? That is the real question. There are 3 members. Oh, and a great job. Oh, he's going to be able to get out of here. That is going to be a flash slow coming out, and a wonderful wall coming out from Anivia. But now, oh, that is going to use the flash, and Ezreal just a little bit too short. Is the poison? Yes, the poison will kill it. But this is the bad part. Oh, the collateral damage just barely missing. I don't know how that missed, though. Oh, Taric being able to pick up that kill, and that is going to be a really good exchange for the red team. Yeah, they did lose Nunu, but they were able to take down Eve and the mid player. And as well as that mid tower. Now it looks like Janna will go down really easily from the skies that Jace had, and it looks like Anivia is coming up towards top to try to get out and pressure. Oh my gosh. He just took so much damage from Anivia's just little bit of burst that she does have. And that is going to be a great job by Anivia. She's doing a wonderful job. It looks like up here, Yorick may end up going down. Yes, he does end up going down. He does revive, but he's not going to be able to get out of this situation. And that is going to be a missed stun by Anivia just because Jace kind of knocked him out. But it doesn't really matter because he's already dead. That is going to be a very, very dead Yorick. He died twice. It's alright. It's K. Oh wow, Anivia going really, really close to getting egged. It looks like she does still have that egg. And now, oh my gosh, Eve almost picks up the kill onto the Graves. Graves is going to have to go back. The Radiant's coming out, going to be able to provide a little bit of additional AP and armor, but it's not really going to give them what he wants, which is heals right now. Yorick finally back in the top lane. Is he going to be able to hold off this push? It looks like he's able to hold off that one, but is he able to hold off the next one? That is the real question. Nunu is now coming in, throwing on a little bit of harass onto this Yorick. They really want to take this blue if they want to prevent anybody on the blue team from getting it. Red team's doing a wonderful job at zoning, and now, oh, Eve is getting a lot of damage. Anivia not quite getting that blue buff. It actually ends up going on to the Nunu. Nunu's doing a lot of damage, but getting a whole lot. Wow, okay, so he ends up getting double buffs. Great job by Teemo being able to pick that kill up just with his poisons and his constant harass. He does have quite a bit of poke with that, and that is going to be a flash coming out from Anivia in conjunction with that acceleration gate. And they are going to be in safety, no problem whatsoever. It looks like Eve is just going to continue to farm as much as possible. Those hate spikes really doing wonders as she's just roaming from camp to camp. She's really just doing a lot of work. And now, oh my gosh, the ult down from Yorick. Is it going to be enough? It looks like the acceleration gate, but now, oh my gosh, collateral damage coming out. Great shield now going down onto the Ezreal. In the meantime, Jace is able to finally pick up the kill onto this Yorick. Yorick is solo. He's at 320 health. That is going to be a little bit of acceleration gate. Is he going to be able to pick that up? And to the skies, yes, and a Thundering Blow is going to pick it up. Wonderful job by the Jace, once again picking up the kill, exactly what he needed to do. And then it's going to be an Ezreal just kind of trying to push the creep wave back, but it's not going to be enough. It really just isn't. And a great ultimate now coming out from Evelynn. Evelyn's doing a lot of damage, but she is now exhausted. Is she going to be able to survive this? She does have the shield from Janna, and wow, her hate spike's just doing so much work. She's going to be able to pick up the kill, and now she's going to be able to throw down a little bit more damage. Is Taric going to die? Yes, he will go down to the Teemo, and she did get dazzled. Oh my gosh, that smite keeping her at 17 health. She is so low. And now Nunu's here. That is going to be really bad. Evelynn is still creeping around this bush, trying to do what she can. In the meantime, Anivia takes a ton of damage. And now, oh my gosh, he walks right into it. And that is going to be a dead Anivia. Great trade. But the double buffs are not going to go into Ezreal as they originally wanted to. And again, that is going to be another kill at top lane for the Jace. This Yorick is really not having a good time. He's going to go through the acceleration gate. He's going to get an auto attack, 2 auto attacks, and then, oh man, the to the skies, and a thundering blow. Absolutely beautiful play once again by Jace. And at this point, man, this is really bad news. So Nunu's doing a relatively good job showing just a lot of lane presence. But then again, Evelynn's doing a little bit better. Well, kind of worse, but a little better, kind of worse. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. Their scores are relatively similar, but she has a little bit more CS, so she's gonna... she also had a gold per 10 item, and Nunu has 2. She doesn't have one anymore, so that explains why she is so much lower in that gold farming. But then if you take a look at the Jace versus Yorick combo, that's like not even close. Yorick is down by like 40 CS. Oh, and now a great job by Teemo being able to throw on so much harass onto this Nunu. He's going to be able to consume a minion and kind of walk out of there. Not too many issues. And now, like I said, once Anivia hits level 6, it's going to be really difficult for Teemo to farm effectively against her. A Thundering Blow knocking Yorick into the tower, and that is going to be the Ignite with the auto attacks for the kill. Very easy kill once again for Jace, following up on it. And Graves is also up by about 30 CS. Blue team is just extremely far behind. They're about 5k gold behind. I really expect the red team to do quite a bit of work here. I don't know if they're going to start to pressure the neutral buffs, what exactly they're going to do, but we will definitely find out. It should be interesting to see how it goes, that is for sure. Evelynn is going to come out here. I don't know if she's going to get spotted out. If he puts a ward down there, he's going to get spotted out. Oh my gosh, Evelynn coming out, and now a lot of damage going out of Taric. Taric pops the Shatter and the Radiance, doing a lot of damage. Another ultimate from Ezreal being able to pick that up, but Graves picks up the kill on the Janna, and he's going to flash in for the kill. That is a double kill coming out, and Jace picking up the third one. And that 3 versus 3 was absolutely commanding from the red team. They're like, hey, this is my lane, get out of it. And so they just forced them out of it. Wonderful job. And now Nunu's gonna do a ton of damage, but he's gonna change. A wonderful mushroom, just placing it right on top of that. Nunu was just absolute zero. So once he walked out of it, that's all he could do. And this is gonna be another dragon. Yeah, I think it's the second one. Oh my gosh, Yorick goes down once again. Absolutely phenomenal job by Anivia. Yorick's just way too squishy at this point. Instead of building defense, he's starting to build offense, and I think that's a really bad misconception. Once you're losing in your lane, it's best to stay alive and farm and try to come back just a little bit, because you are going to use defensive items super later on in the game. And so if you're behind in lane by that much, it's really important just to try to come back and force the game into late game. And if you can do that, then you're going to have a great time. Because you're going to start with that defensive item. You're always going to be tanky. Yeah, you may not do as much damage, but people are still trying to kill you because they think you're weak, you know? And so it's just a wonderful play. I really would like to see the Yorick kind of transition or something a little bit more tanky. He might be going for the Aegis now. It's hard to say. Taric taking a ton of damage from those shrooms. Multiple shrooms back and forth, doing a great job. And another initiation on Jace on the Yorick. Is Yorick going to be able to get out of this one? That could be bad. He does throw down the Ghoul. Oh my gosh, a great acceleration gate with the Shock Blast is going to pick him up. And that is going to be a 0-8 Yorick. And now, oh my gosh, I don't know if Nunu's going to be able to get out of this. No, he wasn't able to flash over the wall. He wasn't quite there. A great tornado coming out from this Janna is really going to help that. In the meantime, Taric and the Graves take the inner bottom tower, and that is absolutely insane. That is so early to be able to do that. This could be really bad news for the blue team. They're already down by about 10,000 gold at 22 minutes. It's almost impossible to come back from that. Now Jace just going in once again, going hard in the paint. He is unstoppable at this point. He's 10-2, or sorry, 10-0. Now he's 10-1. He got shut down by Teemo. Is Teemo going to be able to get out of this? That is the real question. And Nivea comes up. She's going to absolutely destroy this Yorick, but I don't know if that's exactly who she's looking for. And yes, the Ignite going down on, and a great wall. She traps herself in, and Yorick ends up retreating. Very unfortunate line of events coming out from the Yorick. He ults himself because he thought he was going to die, and Nivea just kind of leaves. Sad panda. But she definitely needed to get out of there because she was in a huge bad area. Oh, and that is going to be a kill for Anivia, and that's going to be a Dazzle now coming out. Deathfire Grasp and a ton of damage coming out from Eve, and the ultimate from Ezreal comes out. Nunu throws down his absolute zero. It doesn't actually do that much. Oh, the collateral damage doing an insane amount though. And Ezreal is definitely going to go down from the auto attacks from Graves unless he can pull out some fancy footwork. No, it looks like Graves is actually going to give up. I don't know. It's hard to say. That red buff is really helping Ezreal. That is for sure. Is he going to be able to get out of this? That is the real question. I don't think he's going to be able to. That is going to be a great kill coming out from Ezreal, and then a shield coming out. That is a double kill. Nunu tried to give the kill to Graves, but it turns out it did not work out that way. Jace getting cut into 2 mushrooms. Now Yorick doing what he can, but it's not going to be enough. That is very unfortunate, but Jace is so fed right now, especially with that Wit's End. He's going to have absolutely no problem against Teemo Shrooms. He's going to gain a lot just from attacking. A lot of MR just from attacking, and that is going to be extremely useful. Let's see if he continues to throw down that Onslaught that he's obviously known for at this point in the game. He's 11-1-2, doing an absolute beautiful job. I would really like to see possibly a Baron fight coming out here pretty soon. Oh, now the Ezreal coming down. They are able to take out Jace once again. That is wonderful. Eve ends up going down to an Ignite and an auto attack from Anivia. And Anivia's coming back in this game full force. She's 5-1. She does have that Rod of Ages. She has that Athene's Holy Grail, and that's really the only 2 items you need. She's doing, oh my gosh. Graves picking up that kill, and that is definitely necessary. And this looks like it's going to be a tower, possibly an inhibitor. It's definitely going to be a tower, though. Yeah, it looks like they will end up going for that inhibitor. This is not going to be good news for blue team. Blue team's coming out. They do dodge the Flash Frost stun.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
They were able to get that inhibitor, and they're able to get out on time. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But in the meantime, York's up top takes 2 towers. And now he's getting rushed down on by the Jace. He's going to slow him down a little bit, but it's definitely not going to be enough. The From the Skies also slows. So Jace is going to absolutely rip apart this Yorick with absolutely no problems. Shock Blast, long range, downtown, Shazam. Taking out that Yorick without any problems. But then again, he would have died anyway from the Graves. So, great job by Red Team, still being able to keep that huge lead that they have had pretty much all game. Jace now up by 50 CS. Oh, Teemo's getting really low. This could be bad. Oh, Teemo does end up going down, and now a brawl between Eve and Graves are coming out. Eve is doing a lot of damage. Is she going to be able to pick up the kill? Oh my gosh, she's at 21 health. That is very unfortunate. Is Janet going to be able to pick this one up? No, she doesn't. But yes. No, but yes. She didn't, but she did. She didn't, she did. She didn't, she did. I don't really know. Great job by her, being able to pretty much easily be able to pick up that. And now, oh my gosh, they're pressuring another inhibitor tower with another inhib. This could be really bad. The inhibitor is now exposed. If they get this one, they're going to be spawning 2 waves of creeps, super minions rather, which basically rips apart your base. If they spawn that, it's gonna destroy you. So hopefully they don't get those two, and we may see this game go on a little bit longer, but it's all up to the teams. Great wall from Noon. Oh my gosh, York getting caught out once again. This is not going to be good for him. He's definitely going to go down. Yes, he does, and he comes back alive. And he's just going to continue to farm. Yeah, that is going to be another dead York onto the blue team. Sona's going to follow Teemo back home after he wards the bush, which is, I think, is a pretty smart read. Oh, and Ezreal throwing down. Oh my gosh. Anivia doing so much work, but she gets egged, and this could be really bad. Anivia's egg is now up. She might get that steal. That's going to be a ton of damage. But now, uh-oh, she did use that. Oh, that wall was just not enough. She wasn't able to get out of the ultimate now. Very unfortunate, but great job by Ezreal. Blue team is now picking up this Baron. They're going to turn this game around. That would be absolutely phenomenal. Wow, that was a free Baron. And are they going to be able to pick up Jace with the remainder of it? Oh my gosh, Teemo is so low. He really needs to survive, and that is going to be a free Jace. Wow, wonderful job. In the meantime, Graves, of course, taking the top inner tower, doing exactly what he needs. And, oh man. Huge fight might be transpiring down here. Evelynn popping her ultimate, going directly onto the Graves, now going onto the Taric, trying to get out of it. And now Ezreal picks up that kill. Jace is now coming in. This could be really bad. He's going to go after Janna, looks like almost right away. Now the ultimate is going to be able to pick up that Graves, and Jace is going to have to get over the wall. Not good for him. He is going to ping for what? I don't know. Don't know why that ping was there. Wow. So that is going to be a pretty easy kill for the Teemo. Teemo is doing a phenomenal job. He has a Haunted Guys, he has a Rabadon's Death Cap, and he has a Deathfire. He doesn't need any more AP, for sure. I mean, his mushrooms alone do... Oh my god, his mushrooms do so much. They do like 100 damage per shroom. So jealous. I want to play AP Teemo now so bad. I really want to test it out, see how it goes. And that is going to be a tower going down in favor of the blue team, and it looks like they were able to take out the dragon as well. This could be really good for the blue team if they keep this up. They're really starting to come back. They're only behind by 4,000 gold now, which is super impressive. And a great initiation coming out to Ezreal, now going down from the skies, going down from the Jace onto the Ezreal. Ezreal cleanses it, and he is going to be able to do a little bit of work. Taric gets out just barely with his left. Absolute zero from Nunu coming out, not being able to finish it up. And now, oh my gosh, Anivia is trying to get away. She does miss the stun. Very unfortunate. There's too much to think about. And now Evelynn is going to be able to pick up that kill, but it's only in her death form. Wonderful job by York being able to respawn that young Evelynn, as Evelynn was very much sought out for every time this fights. Wonderful job. Now they took the middle inhibitor. Are they going to take the super... Are they going to take the actual inhibitor to spawn the super minions, or are they going to wait? That is the real question. Yes, it looks like they'll go straight after it, and there's still quite a bit of time left on the clock for them to counter jungle their enemy's base and then recall and get back in time for Baron. And this is going to be absolutely huge. The red team is starting to fall behind now. They're only 1k ahead with about 6 more kills. It's very, very close. This game could go either way at this point. Either way. And that's not something you usually see, especially with a stomp at the beginning of the game. That beginning was just so reckless. And it looks like blue team will be taking up this Baron once again, and that is going to be another Baron. Oh my gosh, blue team doing an absolutely beautiful job. And are they going to initiate onto the red team? It doesn't know. Oh, Ezreal now coming in. The Flash Frost going down, being able to hit off 2 people. Oh, and a great ultimate coming out from Janna, and the wall blocking out Jace completely from the fight. And now the exhaust, once he gets back in, Ezreal doing as much damage as he can, popping that. Oh, he's at 43 health. That could be dangerous. And yes, he is going to die before he picks up a kill. Graves going down. Oh my gosh, really, really close at this point. Is Graves going to be able to pick up a kill? I don't think he will. No, that is not going to be enough. And that is a triple kill coming out from Teemo. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Teemo got a triple kill. And this might be GG. If they push all the way, this could definitely be GG. That is a surrender vote coming out from the red team. Holy cow. Don't call it a comeback. They had it the whole time. Don't call it a comeback. Oh my god, that was absolutely insane. Sorry about the constant. Wow, that was just... Oh, I don't even know. That was just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. A great job just coming out from Jace. Jace did so well. I feel kind of bad for the guy. I really do. Going 13, 6, and 5. He did start dying at the end because they learned to just kind of focus him down as much as possible. But he still came up like 50 creep kills ahead of the Yorick, which is still a lot of CS. Even in this late in the game, that's the difference between quite a big item. Evelynn is up by about 40, has 1 more kill and 9 more assists, but also died, 3 times more. Definitely not something you want to do, is die to feed the other team, but it does happen. In the pursuit of greatness, sometimes you have to kill a couple people. Teemo did a crazy good job. He had 13 kills himself, just like the Jace. 6 deaths, 7 assists. Was down by almost 100 CS, which is a lot. But he also had 7 more kills than Anivia. So it's possible that Anivia is worrying too much about farm and not enough about the team fights. And since Anivia is one of the best team fighting champions in the game, it's really, really hard to balance that. She's also an amazing farmer. So like I said, it's really hard to balance that out and get a good, even grasp about the game. So I would like to see that Anivia kind of improve a little bit on her positioning, especially of the wall. Because that last fight, when Jace was out of the fight for almost the entire time, that was either, it was a combination of the Janna ultimate knocking him away, and then after that, Anivia threw down the wall, which prevented him from even getting in the fight. Which is definitely not something that you want your number 1 fed person on your team, is to be locked out of the fight. So, unfortunate for the blue team. Unfortunate for the red team. Blue team did a wonderful job. Congratulations to the blue team. GG to the red team. And again, if you guys like my videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button in the middle of your screen. If you want to see any previous or future videos, you can click on those buttons on the screen as well. And until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye.